Welcome back to the second test for Mr. Thor Ragnarok here. Once again, this is part of the Content Creators Program, so I only have him temporarily here, but I did want to put him through a more strict test than I did the first time against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. This is what I consider to be a more real-world, at least real-world for MCOC test, as I cannot just push Star-Lord to a Special 3. Just to recap on, going against Winter Soldier, Thor's damage is actually really good if you can keep them stun locked and if you don't need to worry about them popping a special 3 and annihilating you. So yeah, against Star-Lord here in Labyrinth of Legends, I'll definitely have to be baiting out these specials, and I'm curious what kind of damage output he can do here if I can't just, keep knocking into him as he's stunned and possibly not be able to keep my power up as well to keep my special 3s active, because once again, little recap, you want Thor's special 3 to be active as much as possible, as close to 100% uptime as possible, because you gain a Thunder God's Wrath buff. And this buff is what allows you to trigger shocks, armor breaks, stuns, all that good stuff, on top of having the synergy with Hulk that gives you plus 60% attack. So yeah, his damage output, it is pretty good here. But again, I have to be baiting out specials, so that's what's slowing me down versus playing against Winter Soldier. You're gonna see here I'm just gonna back out. Otherwise, I would normally been able to continue that combo. And you can get Star-Lord to a special 2. His special 2 is dodgeable and everything. That's fine. But I did want to just bait out as many special 1s as possible, just because there are some enemies in the game where you really do only want to push them to a special 1. Alright, so I'm popping another, another special 3 here to get Thunder God's Wrath back on. And you're going to notice, again, the special 3 does 6 hits, so that's going to take me to an 80-hit combo, which is going to activate Boon of the Gods. So my power is going to be activating, which is nice. I wasn't sure how how the timing was going to be with that Boon of the Gods, but it still seems like I'm able to manage it fairly well. Even though I'm having to play a little bit more defensive or just holding back my aggression here, as to keep him to that 1 bar of power. But the damage output, it's really not looking all that good. We're about 2 minutes into the fight right now. He's getting closer to that first enrage. And yeah, it's not. I just have a feeling I'm not going to do all that much just by looking at his life meter up there. But we'll definitely see by the end of this fight. I do make it the full 2 enrages here, just to really show what kind of damage he can do. And I do have suicides on, so this is pretty much as good as it's going to get. I've got suicides active. He's in there with Hulk. He's got the 3 mutant champions for basically the best. The best synergies that he can possibly get at the moment, at least. If there's going to be future synergies and stuff like that, then hey, maybe he can be, maybe it'll unlock his potential a little bit more. But for now, this is about as much damage as he can do. And as far as utility goes, he has some utility, but it's a little bit lacking for certain areas. When I first saw his, he actually has a synergy with Hela that after each kill, Thor will gain back 10% of his maximum HP. So I'm thinking, you know what, he might be good for Alliance Quest or something, as you're just gaining HP throughout the entire way. But honestly, without him having some kind of, immunity, bleed immunity, or poison immunity, I just don't feel like he's, the best option for something like Alliance Quest either. The utility, like, he has it, it's just not exactly what's needed to make the character. Because again, those stuns, that stun is definitely a nice utility, but if you can't power drain them, then the stun is almost worthless. You almost don't even want them to be stunned, and you rather just have them bait out their specials a little bit faster. There is one utility here that I cannot test, and I'll be testing in the next video, which is his shocks actually reduce the opponent's ability accuracy by 15% per shock. And that's straight ability accuracy. That's not defensive ability accuracy. That's all ability accuracy, meaning he can stop things such as Juggernaut's unstoppable ability. So that is going to be the next and final video, trying to test out and see what he can do against Juggernaut. But for this particular test, I hit the double enrage. So yeah, I'm gonna drop, and let's see what kind of damage I was able to deal to Star-Lord here after 191 hits. Total damage output is only roughly about 300,000. It's about 340,000 damage. Far from the worst, but yeah, it's not even close to the best either. So, unfortunately, he's not going to be you know, a real damage potential, a real threat in these longer or these more difficult fights where you have to bait out specials and you can't just push them to the special 3. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.